Alright, I'm still going. It's a terrible decision, but I'm still going. Okay. Pretty standard. Sinister over Amoongus. Is that better or worse for me? Not entirely sure. I mean, Sinister does 1v1 Dondozo, so it's still good for them in terms of that matchup. Might be worth just going Murkrow here because I can Terra Ghost and Taunt. And that's probably worth it. The Golden Ghost is still really good here as well. No, I'm gonna go with this. It's fine. I don't need Taunt. It's fine. I'll just accept Trick Room. It's okay. It's not okay. I shouldn't have done this. I was still 128th. But I strongly suspect at least one person will overtake me. Given the amount of time is remaining in the challenge. School trainer card. I could have just led with Murkrow. That's quite annoying. Alright, do we go for the speed tie straight away? Because close combat in to make it rain will probably KO the Porygon too. I'm going to go for it. It's not a good play. But if it works out, I just win immediately, right? No, because it's not Amoongus. It don't just win immediately because there's Sinister. And then close combat's not very good against the Golden Go and all that stuff. Unless they Terra. We'll see if they Terra. It might have been worth just Terra stealing because then I'd have lived with the Golden Go. And then that takes away even if they win the speed tie. So this was probably overly risky just to preserve Terra. Okay, this is Incineroar, that's a good play. But this is still huge damage. I'm fine with this. This is fine. This is fine. Shame I didn't Terra Steel, because I think I would have still got the P2. Unless I'm forcing the Terra straight away. Which I'm not. I think that might be strong enough. If it is, I'm incredibly sorted. Golden Go. Nice. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Okay, good start, good start. I like Banded Taurus. I would use it more if I had more tournaments. I've been really impressed by it. Now if they bring in Sinister, they get Trick Room. So, at least I'll be able to close combat the Incineroar and Shadow Ball the Sinister, and that's still big damage into either of them. Yeah, they're really thinking now, because that was a really good start. If they bring in Golden Go, I'm switching to Dondozo straight away. There's the Sinister. Okay, so I'll Shadow Ball that, and close combat the Incineroar. And a good thing will happen. If they just regular old fake out, that's fine. Yeah, Shadow Ball, and I'm locked into close combat, so I will just close combat Incineroar. Yep, they're using the Terra. I guess I could have gone for close combat into the Sinister because they're going to defensively Terra here. But that's okay. They got rid of their resistance to Earthquake. So I'm still happy enough with this. And they don't fake out, so I just straight up at KO Incineroar. That is lovely. Banded Taurus is really good. I like it. And then even though they get to Trick Room here, I'm fine with this. Because this is still good damage. It's not great damage, but it's good damage. It's good damage. And then assumedly Trick Room. Yep. And now I can just switch into Dondozo, and then I can EQ the Golden Go. Right? Which way around do I do it? It's this way around, isn't it? I don't know. It's reasonable for them to Shadow Ball either slot, but I think it's more likely going into the Golden Go. They nasty plot here, that's insane. But would actually work out better for me, right? Because then they don't do any damage to Don Lozo. Hopefully I don't get burned. As long as I don't get burned on 2 Machagotchas, I'm feeling very confident. If I get burned on either of the Machagotchas, it's not so ideal. But I can just EQ twice, and then I should be able to 1 before the Sinister. Life Dew is fine, that doesn't affect the Golden Go at all. So that's not a turn they could have Machagotcha'd. And they tricked, okay. So they're just choice specs. That means they can't protect. Means I can't protect now. But that's okay. Well, they might be able to protect, because, you know, some specs ones have had that. But I will just EQ twice, and then hopefully win. So just don't get burned on this Machagotcha. Okay, cool. Oh, and they have Thunderbolt. Okay. Fair enough. But this should KO the Golden Go, right? It did not. Okay, and I am choice spexed now. So I should go for my Terror, right? How many turns is the Trick Room's remaining? It's only 2. Yeah, so that should be enough. So I will Terror and EQ. Because if I KO the Golden Go this turn, then I win. They have to switch up to Shadow Ball now to be able to win. But that would be incredibly brave in the face of Shadow Ball and Machagotcha. You've seen, you had to Thunderbolt to be enough. If they Shadow Ball here, very good play. But then I still should be okay. Doesn't matter if they burn me now. And Thunderbolt, good. It would matter if they paralyze me now. Okay, I win. Nice. Okay, 16, probably high 80s. I'll take it. So I don't think there's anything they can do now. They've got limited HP. I guess they got Machagotcha, but yeah, I just close combat or Shadow Ball at any point now. I will purposely Wave Crash. No, I won't. I'm choice spexed. I can't even protect. I'm definitely going for Earthquake. That's alright. They don't have Strength Sap because they have Life Dew, so it's alright. Not enough. And that's 3 no burns, so decent. Still a good chunk. And they're not going to be able to keep up. That's fine. So now the question is, do I do one more? Because I think I am 1 win away from the 1700s. Clutch. My EVs are so good. I'd have preferred it to burn me there, because then I'd have got the switch straight away. But there we go. That's not going to save you. Like so. Okay. Alright. This is an entirely reasonable place to stop, because this should now be comfortable top 128. That is 65 championship points. The jump into top 64 is 80, and then the jump from top 64 to top 32 is 120, and then it goes up by 10s each time. So, is top 32 a reasonable place to achieve? Because where am I now that I'm 16 high 80s / low 90s? I am not. So I overestimated that. Oh yeah, because I was 66, I was thinking I was on like 1670, but that's not right. So that's comfortably top 128. I'm still going. I do want that 1700s. I got 16, like 80 or 90 in one of the other GCs and got so close. And that's a 1600s guy. So this will be good points were it to be a win. That's a pretty standard team. They got a Murkrow though, so probably has Haze. Golden Go looks good. Should I go Murkrow to match theirs? I think I need to. And then do I Dondozo because they've got a Murkrow? I think I do. I think it's still entirely reasonable too. Right, come on. Just 2 more games. And I can finally be done. And then my new goal will be 1800s. That's a cool trainer card. Alright, so do the close combat. I don't think Tailwinding does much for me here, so I'm going to Foul Play. And then do I Terra? Because if they close combat, I'm screwed. If they Terra Duck Throat Chop, then they'll get me. I'm going to Terra. It's fine. There are 1600s guys, so it's very reasonable for them to go for close combat, but they didn't Terra, so that's a bit of a shame. If they close combat, I'm going to be so sad. Because I would just like 1700s at one point. Okay, fine. Fine. If they Trick Room, that's a huge misplay. They're just Expanding Force. That's fair enough. That makes sense, because now they can very reasonably close combat. Right, so now I'm going to hard switch to Dondozo, I think. Oh, it's not even Scarf. Oh, that changes things. Right then. Interesting. It's a shame I Terra'd there. Although I think I needed that to KO the DD. What else do they have? Incineroar, Murkrow, Chaladon, okay. Right. So I should Tailwind here. And I sacrifice the Golden Go, I think. They'll be able to Electro Shot me as well. No. No, I should double switch like this. Taking a close combat is fine. If they Electro Shot the Golden Go as well, then I've made a big mistake. If they Electro Shot the Murkrow, then this has worked out really well. But if not, oh no. But in this position, I'll just be able to EQ, and I'm basically sorted. Right? So long as they don't Diaclaw me next turn, I can EQ and I'm sorted. But then, surely they would switch to Murkrow and Protect. But then I'd still be able to Wave Crash and KO, right? Because they close combat dropped. Or even just EQ, whatever. It's fine, that doesn't do much. And then do the Electro Shots the Murkrow or the Dondozo slot covering for the attack. I would hope that this is the Murkrow slot. So that they've hopefully wasted this Electro Shot. Ooh. Ooh. Nice. Okay. This is reasonable. Now. They've got to have Murkrow, right? Protect and switch to Murkrow is entirely reasonable. There's not really a way that I punish that. Earthquake is just correct. Because even if they then haze and then close combat me afterwards, I still Earthquake KO the Sneasler, and then my Golden Go has been freed up completely because they've used their Power Herb. So I still just Earthquake. This is Protect and switch to Murkrow. But, this is still fine. There's the Murkrow. Right. So, obviously Wave Crash and Sneasler was best. But that's okay. So, Still just need damage into the Archaludon. And they've used their Unburden as well, which is something to make a note of. Is EQ or Order Up better? I think it's EQ because they'll Draco me twice. Right? Yeah, because they'll haze me here. Like so. But they've also got rid of their special attack boost in the future. So that when they Draco here, they'll be -4. Are they... What? Huh. That was weird. Because they're stuck doing that now. How much is that going to do to me? Because I can just protect it. Like, that was okay chip, but not that great. What's wrong with protect here? Yeah, just protect. Right? They'll Tailwind this turn. That's okay, because that'll stagger the Tailwinds. Or, like, the Foul Play is reasonable as well. That was a weird Electro Shot. So they'd already used their Power Herb, so... Right, so if I can just put things into Golden Go range, then I'm good. Right, so I'm trying to sequence this right. So if I Wave Crash the... No, because our Archaludon could be max speed. Yeah, I should Wave Crash the Murkrow so I can put it into range of the Make It Rain. Oh, okay. I understand. However, Electro Shot still shouldn't get me, right? Because I am... and if it doesn't get me, I do way more to the Murkrow. Okay. This is fine, this is fine. Yeah. EV's a clutch. And I should not quite KO myself, but do I prefer that? Oh, wow, that was loads. I do KO myself. I think I prefer that, right? Alright. So I can Tailwind here, and I've got Sash. No, because then they'll be able to Electro Shot in the future. That doesn't really work, does it? Yeah, this doesn't... No, because Draco will KO the Archaludon, right? Because it's the... Yeah, Draco will KO the Archaludon because it's going to be the sturdy one. And then I'll Tailwind here. Right? This is fine. If they're modest on the Archaludon, I just win, I think. No, I can't say I just win because there's still Diaglow stuff, but I think this is perfectly fine. So long as Draco KOs the Archaludon, and it should based on the fact that they're the Power Herb set. Don't you dare be Terra Fairy. Don't you dare be Terra Fairy. That's so unfair. Like, come on. Right, you better not be Timid Max on your Archaludon. That's so unreasonable. Come on. I would have liked to reach the 1700s. Right. They need to not be Timid Max. They need to be modest. If they're modest, I win. If they're timid, I lose. Because Electro Shot is now definitely strong enough to be able to KO me. And that's, for worst case, because they KO themselves. So now Sneasler gets the free switch, and they close combat my Golden Go. Wonderful. Would have liked the 1700s. 1700s would have been nothing. But now I am pinned. I don't even have Protect. Do they really have to be Terra Fairy? I guess I'll Draco the Sneasler and make it rain, but Yeah, now the game's over, because they get to close combat. There was one more turn of Tailwinds. That's really annoying. Because Draco would have KO'd the Ashladon. Of course they would Terra Fairy. That's so annoying. I want the 1700s for once. Like, come on. It's not an unreasonable ask, but I just don't get GC'd once ever. And they were not timid. That is so annoying. They were not timid. Because that would have been the game. They had to have Brave Bird to KO themselves as well. Because they weren't timid, I was still fine. But they had Brave Bird to KO themselves. It's like a perfect storm of everything that had to go right for them. They had to have Terra Fairy, they had to have Brave Bird. Come on. Just want the 1700s for once. I've still got games. I'm still going to go for it. I know I'm still going to go for it. I've got enough games and I've got enough time. I'm going to keep going until I get the 1700 or fail. I'm still 3 games away, most likely. I guess that was a game where if I had Protect on the Golden Go, that would have been pretty sweet. That was a game that came back to bite me by not having that. Because if I had Protect, I'd have double protected for sure, and I had 2 turns of Tailwind, so I definitely win. But I like screens. Interesting team. I think we saw versions of that at, I think it was Gdansk we saw. Right. I think it is reasonable to not go Dondozo here. I'm going to Murkrow Golden Go and Archelodon, I think. Yeah, that seems fine to me. Yes, Luna's Assault Vest on this team, so I need to keep that in mind. It's usually Terra Water. Like, I understand Terra Water in the face of Make It Rain, but you stay weak to Grass, so... But you can't have Terra Steel because you'll remain weak to Fighting. If you have Terra Electric, then that's not really a good defensive typing. But we saw a Terra Electric Ursaluna in LAOC. If you had Fire, then you would stay weak to Water. So I guess there's not a perfect choice if you want the Ursaluna to be able to take on a Golden Go better. And you just have to choose one of the super effective hits. I mean, you could go just neutral, and... But I guess then you remain neutral anyway. That's a cool trainer card. Like, if you just don't Terra, you're neutral against it anyway. Mm-hmm. Very reasonable. Right, so... I do want to just immediately foul play the Dragonite. Because I should underspeed, and if they scale shot, then their defense boost means that they would be KO'd. So I am just going to Make It Rain and foul play the Dragonite. They'll use their Terra here to not take as much damage, which is good to get it out of the way quickly, and especially now that they're going to make themselves weak to Electro Shot. So thank you kindly. Yep, they are Terra Water. Good, good. So this is a good enough start, as long as they don't protect the Dragonite. Good. So decent damage. They should hopefully Scale Shot here. Scale Shot's more ideal than Tailwind, because then the Foul Play should KO them. Good. This will not KO the Murkrow. It will do very good damage and might put it in Vacuum Wave range if they get 5, but I will Prankster before they Vacuum Wave. So, they do get 5, obviously. I don't think Vacuum Wave gets me, so this is good. This KOs the Dragonite now because they've got a defense drop. Although they're going to... Well, I was going to say they KO the Murkrow. No, they don't. They KO the Golden Go. That's the point. Alright, it's a bit of a shame I don't have Dondozo because I've got rid of their Haze user. Yeah, there's the outpowered. Cool. So I'm happy enough with this as a start because they've made themselves weak to Electro Shot. The question is, does Electro Shot KO the... Does it KO the Ursaluna? Let's see if I have time. I mean, I had time if I just didn't click the button so quickly. But Terra Water. Magmar. Okay, so I can't just Electroshock that. I will have to Protect and Taunt it. And then this has to be Follow Me. There's no way to protect the Magmar. You can't do that. Good, because now I definitely have the hit into the Ursaluna. And it's Hyper Voice. Cool. I'm happy enough with that. Alright, so what do I lock into with Taurus? By close combat, I'll make myself weaker to the Ninetales. They might have Annihilate as well. So, they've used their Terra, so I could lock into high horsepower so I can do more damage to the Magmar. If it's Ninetales Flare Blitz is better. What was the other thing? Can't remember what the other thing is, but I'll see you in a sec. I will use this time to think. I would assume they're going to Vacuum Wave the Archelodon just to get a little bit of extra chip. And then Heat Wave. So I can go for Terra Electric, can't I? So I can, if I go Archelodon and I Terra Electric, then it's going to switch into Taurus, so I can time out, it's fine. Electro Shot with Terrestrialization should get it. How much? Yeah, that should get it. Terrestrialization should get it. So therefore, what was the other Pokemon? It was Golden Go. Okay, so I should lock into... high horsepower is fine. High horsepower as a lock is fine. So I'll go for high horsepower. And Terra Electric, Electro Shot. Right? Yeah, that should be okay. Okay, if they switch into Golden Go, I'm sorted. If they switch into Ninetales, I'm ashamed of them. It's Annihilate. Okay. That's alright. So based on this calc, it's telling me I KO a very reasonably assault-vested Ursaluna. If I don't KO, then I just lose. But I'm confident based on this calc I should. And that was almost a two-shot, so not quite. Alright, so next turn I'll double the Annihilate with Thunderbolt and High Horsepower, forcing them to follow me. Nice and strong. Thank you. Archelodon OHKOing a... well, not OHKOing, but basically OHKOing an Ursaluna with Electro Shot is funny. Because the Magmar can't do much. So it just depends on which one protects. I will double the Annihilate. They protect in Heat Wave, that's worst case. But then it's still doable. Because I think I should survive a Rage Fist and a Heat Wave with Archelodon, because it's only plus 100. Although, going for this will give them 150 before I Thunderbolt. So... okay, if they didn't follow me, that's fine. This won't get me. And I'm sturdy anyway, so I should win now. Yeah, cool. This KO's the Annihilate. Okay, okay. This is fine. This is fine. Back to where I was previously. Overheats, that's fine. That will KO. But Taurus should, I say should, because we've already seen High Horsepower miss and lose me again, should be able to beat this Magmar. I mean, it's -2, and like it's just not doing damage. It's not like I locked into close combat and I'm dropping my defenses, so High Horsepower is going to be able to win me the game here. Yeah, nice. And that's not much. Cool. Alright. There's going to be another episode. Even though this is like again, a reasonable place, just I could accept the top 128, so it'd be perfectly fine to accept. I know I'm not going to, am I? Let's see where I'm at the moment. Yeah, that's comfortably top 128. I'm doing more. I just know I'm doing more.